Hello, Gussie Moose. How you doing? Gonna be getting started in just a minute. Cool. I am live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and it looks like I am now live on Twitch. Morning, Meredith. Appreciate you being here on YouTube. Hello and welcome to Court of the Rings, here on twitch.tv/LOTRO, youtube.com/LordofTheRings/live, and facebook.com/LOTRO. Yep, we are live streaming 3 different places to make it particularly easy for you to find us and whatever works best for you or is not blocked by your workplace. Not that we would ever encourage that. We encourage that. No, we don't encourage that. The lawyers tell me I have to say, we don't encourage that. Hey, Paragon, how's it going? Hey, McVegan Pants. So, let me double check our Twitch. Indeed, I too see myself as not online. Let's try that again. According to the box on my computer, I am now live streaming to Twitch. Should it be so, we shall begin shortly. Hey, Angela. Louise, appreciate you being here. Man, I am just blown away by the audience on Facebook. It is so cool to see everyone here on Facebook. Nice big crowd. It's really nice. Hello, Mike, Andre, Matthew, Christian. Christian. Oh, there we go. Cool. I am now on Twitch. Hello and welcome to Court of the Rings, here on twitch.tv/LOTRO, youtube.com/LordofTheRings/live, and facebook.com/LOTRO. I am LOTRO's community manager, Cordovan, and gonna kind of repeat what I did last week because this is the final weekend of the anniversary event, which needs to be separated from the scavenger hunt. The scavenger hunt continues all the way through July 13th. But the anniversary party tree type stuff, the regular anniversary festival, that wraps up at like 3 a.m. Eastern on Monday morning. So this is your final weekend to launch some fireworks, do whatever Young Took wants you to do, etc., etc. So I thought I would go ahead and do that. I just read a few things. And have some fun. Because I need tokens. Because I need stuff. We all need stuff. Hello. So the other thing I guess I could mention is we do have in the works an announcement that's been hinted at for a little while. But is not quite ready to be announced. However, potentially within the next 24 hours or so, it may happen. And if that's the case, what we'll do is get the word out about it on social media. So keep an eye on Twitter and Facebook. We'll try to put something in the forums as well. But we're going to have a special guest on Twitch here. And that special guest will make an announcement. We kind of have to wait for everything to get signed off, though, before we can even really hint about what it is. But that is something that is in the works, and could potentially happen, like I say, within the next 24 hours. So if that does indeed happen, then that'll be really awesome, and we'll have that announcement here on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Otherwise, I can just continue to mention that, well, actually, thank you everyone again for watching last week's anniversary live stream. I think it went really well. We really had a good time. I think people in chat had a good time. Fruka, but when? That is the big question, isn't it? The answer is, I can't tell you until I know, and I won't know until some things that I probably can't even hint about happen. But the goal is we're going to try to coordinate it so that we have, at least a little bit of time to get the word out to everybody. And take care of it that way. So keep an eye out. Just bookmark us on Twitter. And I promise you it'll be on Twitter there, so just do that. And I'm sure, and also whatever is on the Twitch live stream will be saved for future broadcasts as well. So you'll be able to catch it after the fact, even if you miss it, say on YouTube and on Twitch here. So no biggie there. Speaking of festivals, any plans? There was mine. More places. Any plans to convert the items that allow you to do certain things, e.g. summer fireworks, 9th year fireworks, so that you do not have to have the items in your inventory? No. Sorry. Man, you people are taking my places for fireworks. It's fine. I didn't want to do it anyway. I did. But that's fine. There will be much opportunity. Yeah, thanks, Mawin. In case people didn't catch it, we did do a European live stream on Friday afternoon. Went about 4 hours visiting the 5 EU worlds and had a good time there. It was a little bit easier, frankly, than doing the US ones because we hadn't just come off hours and hours and hours of stuff. So it went really well. I had a good time doing it. Appreciate it. Angela, if you did miss the anniversary celebration, there is an opportunity to see that. Thanks in large part to Eldaleth from the LOTRO stream team. She went and archived pretty much the entire 12-hour segment or section into various segments that run about a half-hour long each. Basically, kind of depends on how long we ended up talking. So they're separated out by interview. So as people sat down at the table, the interview starts, and then when they leave, that highlight is over. And you can find a full playlist of that over on our YouTube channel, and I believe a collection was also set up over on Twitch, if you know how to use collections, which I kind of don't, but it's there if you want it. But YouTube is probably the easiest way to find that. And like I said, we just have a full playlist set up for all that stuff if you are interested. I heard there were some talks about PvP on previous live stream. I missed it. Could you tell me in short what was discussed? Nothing particularly new. Just... we hope to do a little bit more balancing work in upcoming updates. But ultimately that's something that has to fit into our other very busy schedules, and it's not a huge priority for us. But when we can, we do indeed like to spend some time working on it. How do I send a ticket about an issue? Go to help.standingstonegames.com. From there, just click on any of the articles there to open up a section that will allow you to create a ticket. There is a direct URL just to create a ticket, but it's a little wordy. to just kind of say in the live stream. So just go to help.standingstonegames.com, click on any of the links there, and then hit the Contact Us button, and you'll be able to send in a ticket. From there, you just basically say, who you want to send the ticket to, like what kind of issue it is, account support for purchases, and account-related things like what's my username and password, that kind of stuff. In-game support for, obviously, in-game support issues. Community, if you want to get in touch with me directly, say for a forum rename or ban appeal, that kind of... a forum ban appeal, that kind of thing. Any plans on putting the horses on a collection panel as you did with the emotes and stable masters and cosmetic pets? I've heard some talk about that, but I don't know what the time frame or actual planning of that is. Could happen, though, someday. Elda, I just gave you a quick shout-out for your highlighting work for the 10th anniversary live stream celebration. I really do appreciate it. Do we have plans of making the One Ring donuts? That would be lovely. I am all in favor of this. Another quick shout out then to Ungol Kondir, who raises a good point, which is that Anduin Radio on Saturday, starting at noon Eastern Time, going until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, they're over in Germany, so, for them it's like 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., I guess, something like that. They're doing a 10th anniversary celebration radio show. 8 hours of Anduin Radio, and that's anduinradio.de to check that out. And that'll be really cool. They're going to be chatting people up, doing things in-game. You can find a full schedule over on the forums there. I believe it'll be in the LOTRO Beacon, which will get published later today as well. And then finally, I'll be joining them at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Probably from home. But I'll be joining them nonetheless to just kind of celebrate with them and talk to them about whatever they want to ask me about. Just kind of hang out and have some fun. So that's the dealio there. So congrats, Anduin Radio. It's going to be a really fun Saturday to hang out and do some stuff there. Yeah, I believe it's... because if I'm not mistaken, they're 6 hours ahead of us, and they're starting at noon Eastern Time. So that would be 6 p.m. their time. I think they're 6 hours ahead, right? Yeah. Pop into chat on Goal if you want to just kind of correct me. Yes, 1800 hours German time. That's correct. Cool. Any trailers planned for the Mordor expansion? We do have video plans for Mordor, but I don't really want to hint any more than that to really explain it. And that'll become clear, I think, when you see it. So I'm going to have to be kind of coy about that. But yes, there will be things to watch as we ramp up into releasing Mordor. Can you tell me if the Bjorning is going to get some changes soon? It will be getting some changes. I know that that's high on our list of things to work on. We do have some other things we need to work on as well, so I don't know what the exact timing of that's going to be. My guess is none of that's going to happen prior to the release of Mordor, just because we're going to be busy doing that. But, yes, we do have plans to work on Bjorning. And those plans are going to basically fall in line with getting them shored up to really do a bug pass fix first, and then kind of figure out what else needs to be done and then do that. Hey, just me. Thanks for playing the game, starting in February. Will the scavenger hunt last longer than the festival? Yes, the scavenger hunt goes through July 13th. Am I VIP? I am more than VIP. I work here! I've got an employee tag. I also have an admin character. So I have all the power! I'm kidding. Was the 64-bit client now confirmed to be worked on? I guess. I mean, it's as confirmed as it's ever been, which is we started by confirming it, then we reconfirmed it, now we've re-reconfirmed it. But to the extent you need me to say it again, yes. We are hoping to do a 64-bit client, and we have resources set aside to investigate said work. That person is going to be working on the 64-bit client. However, as Sev stated in the 10th anniversary live stream interview, we can't guarantee that it's going to happen until we actually can say that. And there are some various, say, third-party plugins, things like that, that could impact our ability to release the 64-bit client to you. For example, let's just say a 64-bit client doesn't work with some aspect of our implementation of the Havok physics engine, and it would require Havok to either change their physics engine or for us to redo a completely new physics engine to support a 64-bit client, that kind of thing. If something like that comes up, then we may have to say, well, we tried, but it's not going to work. But assuming we don't run into issues like that, the plan is and remains to bring out a 64-bit client. No timetable because it, again, is too dependent on that investigation, and we don't know how long that's going to take. We can tell you the person's working on it, and they're going to continue to work on it. But, you know, it would be foolish to give some kind of general time frame because it would be pure speculation at this point. I mean, even back in the producer's letter from, January, Sev confirmed the 64-bit client plans. Really, it's the same now as it was then, except that now we actually have a name of a guy who's working on it. Oh no. Fix that. What difference would a 64-bit client make anyway? Honestly, I'm going to leave that to other people, because heck if I know. It'll have more of the bits. My understanding is that it'll help with sort of like memory caching. It'll help fix any kind of memory leak issues. It'll just generally run the game smoother and better for computers that are running 64-bit operating systems, which, you know, are more and more of them nowadays. But I'm going to leave it really to the techies to talk a little bit more about what exactly a 64-bit client does and all that sort of thing. More memory space for the application to run in. There you go. It tastes better. That's what a 64-bit client does. Because it's got 32 more taste bits in it. You know, normally you have a bite of a donut and you're just like, well, that's pretty good, but what if it was larger? Now, it's twice as large. I would love a massive HD retexture update to happen. That's maybe a little bit outside of a scope of something we're likely to do. Would be cool, though. But I think there is some, work that we'll try to do to support larger resolution monitors, particularly when it comes to the user interface. I don't, again, have any sense of the when of that. Only that we recognize that as these monitors are getting larger and larger, it's getting a little bit more challenging to see some UI elements that don't scale right now. So hopefully we can make some progress there. Alright. This is taking a little while. Well, actually, let's see. Oh, okay, I already sparked an interest. There we go. What if I just read my quest log?
How do you do?
Hopefully that should be pretty soon. Alright, let me see what else we got. Which server is this on? I'm on Landreval. Hey, Grumpy Bear. Nice to see you here. Father of the Bears. The Etten Bears. That's pretty funny. Nicely done. How about a mobile app that lets you craft when away from your PC? That'd be interesting. But no real plans for that. Michelle basically started playing the game back in 2007. Bought the game on release, played for 8 months. Came back after we went free to play to find out that she had to repurchase the game in order to keep playing. Well, we are a free to play game, but yes, there was a period where we did something for those folks. But, I mean, it is a different sort of game now in terms of how you pay for it. So you could continue to be a VIP and get all the VIP benefits there. Or if you would prefer to go the a la carte route, so to speak, you can purchase LOTRO points and play that way. Or you can just sort of play for free, whatever you want to do. But do you have to buy everything over again? No. You can really mimic the experience of the 2007 era type payment method by going VIP. In addition, you will get LOTRO points for doing that. Any plans to integrate things like Twitch drops into the game? No. I appreciate the interest, but perhaps we can take that offline, Evil Twin. I can tell you a little bit about that. Twitch drops are great for Twitch. Is there a time frame next month for the beta testing of the Mordor expansion? Not a specific time frame to announce, no. We have a date that's penciled into a calendar tentatively at this point, but it's it depends on too many factors to really be able to say anything that we'd want to say publicly, because that the odds of it changing are just pretty high. So. Sorry, Agrimore, I didn't catch Bloodborne's show about Etten Moore's discussion mechanics. Where are the bagpipes? I know, right? Well, we did mention on the anniversary live stream that we're hoping to do another musical instrument, so we'll kind of have to see what ends up happening there, but... You know, I'm down for it. I like bagpipes. It's not free to play anymore? Yes, this game is absolutely free to play. Needs more cowbell. What doesn't? Yeah. That's true. Mithril coins are on sale right now for those of you who might be into that kind of thing. Now's your chance to do it. So I think that just runs through today, right? Last chance. I am getting the beacon out sometime probably mid-late afternoon today, and we do have our new sales kicking off. I would also mention we do have Hobnanigans again starting. Actually, that started about an hour and a half ago. So, you know, that's a thing. I don't know if I should wait for the show or not. Why are 10-year-old accounts who sub are counted as a free player when accounts who had been VIP are counted as premium? Ultimately provided... I don't know, it's a good question. I thought they were counted as premium, but... That was... You know, I was working on a totally different game at that time, so I wasn't paying as much attention to how that all went. Thanks, Nathrian. Appreciate you being here. Any plans to add a destroy all button option to our overflow loot bags? No. But I can see why people would be interested in that. Any news on the pre-purchase packages for the Mordor expansion? No. People have continued to do a little work on that behind the scenes, but it's going to be a little while before we have an announcement. I think some folks might be expecting us to have a particularly long pre-purchase period, but I don't think we're going to. I think it's going to be a fairly short pre-purchase period. Compared to maybe the, 3-4 months that have been happening, that happened in the past, the distant past. Alright, well, I guess I should try to find something else to do. This fireworks thing is just taking too long. Yes, destroy all button. Yeah, I mean, I can see why people would be interesting. But you know, you'd also have to be really careful how you implemented something like that, because holy moly, sure would suck if you accidentally destroyed all that sort of thing. Alright, let me collect your pack. How do I do that? Big problems. Okay, basically head out north. I can do that. Are your players still there? If you have not played since you went free to, or since we went free to play, yes. We never destroy characters. At least we never have so far, and don't really have any plans to do so. So, yeah, you should be good. You may need to figure out which server you were on, and we did have done, say, a server consolidation in the subsequent years, so you'll want to check into that, and you can find out some information about that on the forums. The community can help you out. We could help you out too if you want to, but you can get that information fairly easily. I didn't say anything about scraps of paper. Oops. Wrong way. Yeah, the only people who would say be stuck would be the old Codemaster servers if you didn't make the migration. And that's because, you know, we don't have access to those old Codemaster servers. Because they weren't ours. Oh. So here's my general policy for those who are curious about the should I hold on to something? The answer will almost always be yes. It's not a good idea for me to tell people that they can delete things. Because what happens if I'm wrong? What happens if I'm correct at the time that it takes place, but there's a subsequent change in game code or a decision on the part of the development team?
How can I be of service?
You know?
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Give it a shot. Ah. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's a challenge. In general, I am not the type to tell people to delete things because, you know, it's come back to haunt me. But I am not aware of any plans to use. Well, No, actually, I am kind of a bear. I don't know. I don't even want to say at this point. I'm afraid to say. Oh, how often do I race? Yay! I won! I'm the best racing dwarf ever!
Hello there.
Methyl stage in the Shire. Okay, where's that methyl stage? Oh, to the Shire. Okay. Is the level cap increase happening in Mordor? You'll have to stay tuned. I am not yet at liberty to divulge that information, but that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, I've seen so I saw some concept artwork of Mordor just the other day, and I was like, holy crap, that's awesome. So I think, you know, I mean, obviously we want to be successful with it, but man, I think it's looking really good. So hopefully everyone agrees when you see it. I think you might.
What can I do for you?
Well, all right, it's fine. Any chance the previous expansions will be on sale before the new expansion? Didn't we just have an expansions or a adventure pack and an expansion sale? What, last week? If the festival ends this weekend, but the scavenger hunt will remain for a number of weeks, will the anniversary vendors remain as well so we can still barter for items? No. Once the anniversary event is over, the anniversary event bartering is also over. But anything that would still be connected to the scavenger hunt would, of course, remain active. Can I share said concept art? Nope. It is not yet approved for public distribution. Sorry. Didn't LOTRO release on the 24th of April 2007? Yes. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe I spoke too soon on that anniversary vendor. So, if you need the vendor to do a thing, then it will stick around until you can no longer do the thing. Or it would make no sense to have a scavenger hunt that would give you a reward that you could not then turn in. But if it's just related to a thing that isn't related to the scavenger hunt and doesn't have another use, then I would expect it to end along with the anniversary event as well. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to check with Tiber and the dev team in terms of how the anniversary coins work with the scavenger hunt and what have you. Sorry, I don't have a better answer for you. Alright, so I need to go to the Shire.
What do you need?
Alexander Michael Delvin. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have a good answer for you. Evil Twin. I don't know. Generally, when events happen, things that happen with related to those events also end. This one said... south of Bywater. Ah, there we go. Okay. We are not suddenly changing anything major. So however it's worked in the past is how it's going to work in the future. What level is my minstrel? A mere level 30. I am but a wee lad. In dwarven years. What is the game's name? This is Lord of the Rings Online, and you can find out more information about it by going to LOTRO.com. That's LOTRO.com. You can download it for free. You can create a free account. You don't even need a credit card for it if you're interested in checking it out. Thanks for stopping by Facebook, Lucas. When are we getting level 5 105 PvP gear? I have bad news and good news for you. You will not be getting level 105 PvP gear. However, you will be getting higher level PvP gear when we do the level cap increase. Alright. We'll have more info about that as we get closer to it.
A lovely day, isn't it? Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Give it a shot. If we have Bjorning suggestions, is there a place we can submit them that could be taken into consideration when making adjustments to the class? The forums would be the best place for that. That way when the developer sits down to put together their plans for it, they'll be doing that kind of public search to see what the feedback has been. We have a lot of feedback already on the Bjorning, but never hurts to have more. What are the other place people are asking questions? That's also YouTube and Facebook. What vendors sell fireworks? You can see the firework vendors kind of where I was at the start of the stream here, near Brie. Can purchase some of those. Congratulations, and thank you, Mick, for supporting us all this time. You have a lifetime VIPer there. Alright. Time to launch the fireworks. I'm gonna be a firework master. Is there something I'm supposed to be doing, or just launching as many fireworks as I can think of different colors? I'm just sort of going with the more is better thing. Extend the anniversary event? Sorry. Ooh. Did I win?
Oh, good day.
Yes. Nice. Coolio. Why, hello, Gandalf. Cool. I don't think I have time to do that right now. I'll pick it up anyway. Purchase some fireworks.
Hello there.
Alright. Why hasn't the Rift Raid been scaled? Is there any hope of this happening? It's definitely not on our agenda to do that. Rescaling all the old raids on that would just not something we really have any immediate plans to do, sorry. Any particular reason you think LOTRO's player base is so great and friendly? Sure. I would say that is because we're intelligent, we're book readers, we know Lord of the Rings lore. We're creative. Lord of the Rings community likes to kind of carve their own path and do their own thing. And that's cool. So all of those things combined. Alright, we've got a party tree. Okay. Fireworks exploration. Yellow. Okay. Cool. Any info on the High Elf? No, I can tell you we are tentatively working on a kind of a dev diary and some information on that. It's going to be a little while yet before we're ready to unveil that, but it is something we're working on. Hey, happy birthday, Smiggit. Nice to see you here. What horse is that? The horse I am riding is the Steed of the Eldar. That was the VIP steed that we gave away, what, a month or so ago? How many instances will come with the raid in Mordor, and what size groups will they be for? That's too early to say. We did say that the raid is going to be happening in a point update after the initial Mordor release, and it's just too early at this point to really get into numbers like that. Sorry, Cassandra. Or no, Jenny. Do I think the expansion will include some cosmetic armor like years past with the purchase of the content? Yes, I do think it'll have, if not armor, certainly some kind of cosmetic type thing in the bundles. That's kind of a no-brainer there, right? Can I say anything about the character aesthetic upgrade? Just that work is underway on it, and... Geez, what can I say? Yeah, work is underway on it. We hope to show it off in an early part of our bull roar. So I don't know if it'll be first, but it may be one of the first things that you folks see on bull roar related to Mordor. Mostly because we want to make sure we have plenty of iteration time on it. And, that just kind of makes sense there too, right? So...
do.
Character upgrade includes new hairdos. Yeah, it will. A whole bunch of different things related to the Avatar update. Is 20.2 going to Bull Roar anytime soon? I don't think so. Actually, wait a second. It's a good question. I don't know. I'll have to ask Tiber about that. You want to know if you need to hurry on level 105? Well, I mean, we're definitely targeting this summer for Mordor, so depending on how much leveling you need to do and how long it takes you to level, might want to get started. Any chance we can look at the Hunter? Blue line is more powerful than red line now. Oh, shoot, I just lost the Facebook comment. Can we look at the Hunter, though? Yeah, I do think that's something we'll be looking at. You know, we clearly have some other work to do, I think, before we get to Hunter, but Hunter is in that mix. Any plans on a Goblin Monster class? No. Or facial shape feature options too? Yeah, that kind of thing. Exactly, on the Avatar revamp. I mean, we're going to see, like, what? New hairs, new beards, new facial hair, new facial types, eye choices, a lot of polish overall, kind of upgrading overall lift of the quality of the avatars, that sort of thing. And then there'll be an option for you to toggle it off so you don't have to see it if you don't want to, if you like the old way better. No word on being able to gift store items, Robert, sorry. You can currently gift quite a few things through the LOTRO market, but in terms of just being able to gift everything in the LOTRO store, that's just not on our short-term agenda. TJ has a question about running LOTRO on an i7 7700K 1080 Ti. I have no idea. I don't even know what that is. I don't think LOTRO will run on a TI 99 4A. That much I know, because we don't have something to go into the cartridge slot. And its add-on voice module is just too far behind. But I have no idea what kind of computer you're even talking about. That should work fine, that spec, someone says in chat. Okay. LOTRO 1 on a VIC-20. Nice. So I went to... There's a hairstylist who is next door to my house. I live kind of on this road, and there's like a small little shopping, like 3 or 4 stores. There's a barber and like a hairstylist, and there was a antique store, and they went out of business and that sort of thing. Right next to my house, like within walking distance, maybe 1/8 of a mile. And so one day I went over there to get a haircut, and the barber shop was closed, so I was just like, whatever. I'll just go next door to the stylist. It's fine. She has scissors. She had a Commodore 64 still being used in her studio. I looked at that thing when I was getting my hair cut, and I was like, you've got to be... You have a Commodore 64, and you're still using it on a monochrome monitor. Why in the world are you still using a Commodore 64? And she replied that she has some kind of hair dye software that she's been using since the 80s, and it just works for her. I mean, it's exactly what she's looking for. It's good for her clients. Her clients love it. She loves it. She knows how to use it. And she's been using it now for, what, 30 years? Can't really argue with that. I mean, if you've got a piece of technology that does exactly what you want it to do and has been doing exactly what you want it to do for the last 30 years, then I guess why not keep your Commodore 64 hooked up in your business, right? But it blew my mind seeing, not only just seeing one, but seeing one in active use today. So I was just like, whoa. Cool. Yep. Are there plans to expand what the in-game barbers can change? That's a good question. I would imagine with the Avatar revamp that we'll have to do some work regarding that as well, but I don't know specifically what the plans are for it. Any news about the 64-bit engine update? Yeah, it seems to be the topic of conversation here, huh? No, not really, other than we're just continuing to do the work it's going to take to bring that to fruition. And hopefully we don't hit any roadblocks that cause us to not be able to do it. That's true, you can't hack the Commodore 64 if it won't get online, can you? Yep. I mean, I guess that also goes to the quality of that thing, right? 30 years on and still just cooking along day in and day out. Balza says, you want to see me grinding endgame content. It's going to be a while before I get to that. Sorry. I'm not a computer techie. I actually built my own computer, but that was about 10 years ago, and I'm still using it. So... there you go. No, I'm a dwarf. I am Dwinstrel the Dwarven Minstrel. No, I'm not going to use a BOV there because I want to experience the game. So for those who don't know, I started as LOTRO's community manager last July, having worked for quite a few years over on the other game, Dungeons & Dragons Online. And because I had been doing that full-time for quite a few years prior, I didn't really have the time to dedicate to, say, leveling up in LOTRO. I had played some back when the game first launched. I guess I played for 3 or 4 months back in 2008. And then I played again in 2010, 2011, and got to about level 30 here. And then I ended up shifting over to DDO full-time, and just life took me away from being able to play more than one MMO at a time. So now that I'm back here doing this since July, I'm kind of casually leveling up on the stream here, experiencing the content, and doing it that way. So I appreciate what you're saying in terms of using the Valar to get up, way on an endgame scenario and then play endgame content for endgame peeps. And that is something I think I am going to be doing, but not on Landreval here and not the first time through. I want to experience the game a little more than that, so... Lotro Beacon 9 translated. Sorry, Stifala. So what happened last week is because of the 10th anniversary live stream, everything got pushed out, and I ended up having to... It ended up being Friday night, and I still had like 3 days worth of work to do. So I had to kick a few things over and just say, sorry, throw up my hands, I can't do that. And the localization for Lotro Beacon 9 was one of those things. So... 10 comes out today, though, and I do have it submitted for localization. I submitted it early yesterday, so hopefully I'll get that out by the end of the day tomorrow in terms of having Lotro 10 localized in French and German. And I apologize for not having 9 localized. Let me see. Any final questions before I wrap things up? Experiencing the game fully from start to cap is much more gratifying than buying a Valar package and insta-leveling. Yeah, I mean, I do want to do that, you know, particularly because at some point here I'm going to need a capped character on every server. And realistically, I'm going to need to use the Blessing of the Valar to get that done. But, you know, not this first time through. Joego says, there's something that was not clear in the anniversary stream. Is Draken still a world builder, or is she doing something different now? She is doing world building, and also doing some QA work, I think. Alright, I think that's going to wrap it up then for Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LotraStream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/Lotro. Again, keep an eye out on Twitter, keep an eye out on Facebook. We do have an announcement that we're planning to make with as soon as we get it, the go-ahead to start doing it. That'll be potentially as soon as tomorrow. Maybe not, though. Nonetheless, it'll be on. We'll promote it on Twitter and Facebook, and then it'll happen right here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live as soon as we can. Quick question, one more question, if it's okay. Fighting mobs with move assist sometimes makes you stand exactly or inside the target circle. Could something be done to respec the volume? I'll have to take a look at that, Lariana. It's a good point. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will talk to you again, if not sooner, most likely sooner. I'll be back here next Thursday at noon. Have fun.